Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, November 13, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Miami Heat vs Utah Jazz. The Heat only shot 44% in the loss and made just 22% of their three-pointers. They also committed 15 turnovers to 12 for the Clippers. Bam Adebayo picked up the scoring slack with 30 points and 11 rebounds, while Kyle Lowry added 25 points and Tyler Herro chipped in with 23 points. No one else was in double figures. Jimmy Butler, who is averaging 23.6 points per game, and Markieff Morris were out, and they are both questionable for Saturday's game at Utah. Our first betting advice is to pick Utah Jazz. The Jazz comes into this contest 8th in the league in scoring offense, with 110.6 points per game this season. Utah is 7th in rebounding by pulling down 47.3 boards per night, while standing 30th by dishing out 20.2 assists a night. Utah is 5th in the league in scoring defense as they allow 102.9 points per contest. Donovan Mitchell leads the Jazz with 25.9 points, plus 4.3 rebounds and 5.2 assists per contest this season. Mike Conley, 14.7 points, 5.2 assists, Jordan Clarkson, 14.3 points, Rudy Gobert, 15 points, 15.5 rebounds, 1.8 blocks, and Bojan Bogdanovic, 16.3 points, each are averaging in double figures. Joe Ingles, Royce O'Neal, Hassan Whiteside, Eric Paschall, Jared Butler, Uzoka Adebayo and Trent Forrest are important pieces for coach Quinn Snyder. Utah is shooting 45.8% from the field, which is 13th in the league in field goal percentage. The Jazz knock down an average of 13.3 triples per game, which is 8th in the league, and stand 25th in three-point field goal percentage by knocking down 32.1% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Rudy Gay remains out after off-season heel surgery and has no current timetable to return. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Washington Wizards vs Orlando Magic. The Wizards' other off-season acquisitions are also paying off. Another former Laker in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and former Net Spencer Dinwiddie have combined to average 24 plus PPG and over 7 assists per game. The influx of talent has made Wizard fans seemingly forget about Russell Westbrook, who left for Law. The Wizards are 3rd in the league in rebounding and 5th in the league in free throw shooting. Neither stat is a sexy one, but they both impact the game in large ways. And in the matchup with the Magic, they will use these to take advantage of the Magic's flaws. Our first betting advice is to pick Washington Wizards +4. The Magic will have a difficult decision to make when former number 1 overall pick Markelle Fultz returns from injury. Cole Anthony has emerged as a potential star this season in Orlando, averaging 19 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, and 4.9 assists per game. Anthony has also been shooting the ball efficiently, knocking down 44% of his shots from the field and at 39.1% from three-point range on a healthy 7.7 attempts per game. While Fultz has yet to return to the court, Orlando has spent its last 2 first-round picks of potential replacements in Anthony and rookie Jalen Suggs, putting the injured star's future with the Magic up in the air. Our second betting advice is to pick over 203.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Philadelphia 76ers vs Indiana Pacers. In their last game, the 76ers fell to the Toronto Raptors 115-109. Philadelphia went into the half leading by 5 points, but was done in by the third quarter, in which they only scored 21 points. Tyrese Maxey continued his strong play by pouring in 33 points. Tobias Harris contributed 19 points in 37 minutes. Harris also logged 7 points and 7 assists. Our first betting advice is to pick Indiana Pacers. The lack of consistency is the one thing that has constantly separated the Pacers from the truly elite teams in the league. Their regular season runs haven't felt sustainable. Maybe that'll change against a Sixers team clearly struggling on the defensive end of the floor without Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Say what you want about Simmons' shot, but the man is still one of the best defenders in the league when he locks in. Malcolm Brogdon played like a star in the win over the Jazz, which is something that clearly needs to continue. His ability to take that next step in his game would elevate the entire Jazz team to a completely different level. Indiana isn't necessarily elite at anything on the floor, but they're good at everything and willing to fight tooth and nail to make that point known. Tobias Harris must play like a star to make up for the loss of Embiid in the frontcourt. There really is no replacing a player of that caliber, but the Sixers are going to have to do something. Our second betting advice is to pick over. Memphis Grizzlies vs New Orleans Pelicans. Ja Morant continues to break out as a superstar, averaging 26.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, 7.3 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. Fellow youngster Jaren Jackson Jr. has also been impressive with 14.1 points and 6.0 rebounds a game. The Grizzlies have put the grit and grind, slow-paced defense era behind them, but their toughness and prowess remain intact. You can never count them out of a game regardless of how large is the deficit. Jonas Valanciunas has tried to pick up the slack in Ingram's absence, averaging 20.0 points, 14.0 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.9 blocks per game. Newcomer Devonte Graham has chipped in with 15.9 points and 5.5 assists per game, but is shooting a putrid 37.3% from the field with 1.8 turnovers. Our first betting advice is to pick Memphis -2. Outside of Ingram's 25.0 points per game, center Jonas Valanciunas is the leading scorer. He is averaging 20.0 points and 14.0 rebounds per contest. Point guard Devonte Graham is scoring 15.9 points, while shooting guard Nickeil Alexander-Walker is adding 15.3 points. Either Valanciunas or Alexander Walker has led the team in scoring in their last 8 games. New Orleans has now lost 9 consecutive games, including a 120-112 setback against Brooklyn on Friday night. The Pelicans took the lead with 4:36 left in the game, but the Nets would immediately answer and never trailed again. New Orleans is facing a Memphis defense that is number 29, allowing 114.6 points per game. The Grizzlies have been a solid offensive team this season, ranked number 16 in points per game, 108.4. Point guard Ja Morant leads the way with 26.5 points, 7.3 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per contest. Small forward Dillon Brooks has only played in 1 game this year, scoring 20 points in 26 minutes against Charlotte on Wednesday. He missed Friday's game with a hand injury and is listed as questionable for this game. Shooting guard Desmond Bane is scoring 15.0 points per game. He had 9 points and 8 rebounds in the loss to Phoenix. Memphis will be facing a New Orleans defense that is number 28, allowing 112.5 points per game. Our second betting advice is to pick over 221.5.